People say a blind man cannot see and a deaf girl cannot hear. But in one quiet village, a connection was born. Samuel was an elderly man whose world had turned to darkness years ago. He sat outside every day, feeling the sun's warmth. He learned to recognize the village by footsteps, the heavy steps of the butcher, the quick light steps of children running to school. Despite the noise, Samuel lived a lonely life. Most were too busy to stop. But one afternoon, a new pair of footsteps arrived. They were curious footsteps. Suddenly, a small, warm piece of bread was placed gently in his hand. Before he could speak, they vanished. This continued every day. Samuel didn't know the visitor was Lena, a young girl who had been born deaf. Lena couldn't hear the world, but she saw what others ignored. She noticed the lonely man and decided to stay. Soon, she began sitting quietly beside him. Samuel would tell stories of the village and sunsets he remembered from long ago. Lena never heard a word, but she felt the emotion in his voice. Their friendship wasn't built on words, but on kindness. One afternoon, a heavy storm rolled across the village. Dark clouds covered the sky, and strong winds began to blow. Samuel heard the thunder but couldn't see the danger. Suddenly, small hands grabbed his arm, guiding him toward safety. As the rain poured, they sat safely inside. For the first time, Samuel held her hands, feeling deep gratitude and trust. Later, Samuel learned Lena was deaf. He realized that despite the silence and the darkness, they had understood each other perfectly. Love does not need eyes to see, nor ears to hear. Their quiet friendship began to change the hearts of the entire village. Years passed, but their routine remained. She guided him to the shade, and he told his stories to a girl who heard with her heart. Love had become the language they both understood, a language that required no sight and no sound. The heart sees what the eyes cannot, and hears what the ears cannot. Love is the universal language of the soul,